doing a little bit of a summary as to what was going on in the last episode live stream. Is it an episode if it's a live stream? I guess it is. And we had gotten our clothing going. Now, I'm not seeing a ton. 34 workers, and they are going to platform 2 and 3. Just remind myself, I want to keep an eye on this. Village train platform. Let's see. This is village train platform. Saving game right away. Train platform small. So now the one thing I did notice, and I think we definitely have to do, and I don't know, it's been 2 weeks since we had a live stream, so I was curious about this. The concurrent number of workers, 0, but also we have no crops. So I kind of wanted to keep a little eye on this. Now, it might be beneficial if we had a footpath here, huh? I certainly don't think that would hurt anyone getting to where they needed to go. Good. Now, I think, is this guy on auto? Yeah, he should already have found that. Good. So you are taking people. Yeah, that's a. Okay, so this is the salads platform, and this is the 2 platforms in town. Okay. And then so this is Salandy 1 and 2. Okay, and then this guy's taking people to each of those. So, but we probably don't want get out 100, do we? Well, let's get in. Get 39%. Okay, and then same deal with this one. Yeah, 19% are supposed to get out here. Let's see, and I think that's kind of the part of the problem. Like this guy, if you notice, didn't have anybody in him by the time he got to here because he was picking up nowhere near the percentage. Like 39% would be like 100. I wish it would wouldn't be. I wish it was not 39% of the total, but 39% of whoever you had, right? All right, and I guess that's good that they don't have that they have a bit of a gap in between these guys. All right, so another thing that we don't have, and this isn't going to work at all until we get some corn in here. So I'm thinking that we should go ahead right off the bat, and I don't see why we wouldn't get a corn train. We have fuel, right? Building is without power supplies. That's right. We were building this at the very end, and it looks like we're diligently heading there towards construction, right? Good. Missing boards. But is that just because you're... Let's make sure these guys aren't missing boards. Oh. Yeah, I think we're purchasing them in. And then also... Oops, over here somewhere. We were... building a new wood outpost here. And do we even have a lump? Yeah, sawmill, wood cutting post, and this is just a road cargo station for this one. And we have another ore processor up here. And yeah, that's a gas station. So I guess we just have one quarry planned at this point. And then I was looking here and thinking, we probably should get a few people moved into here, if nothing else, to get our fire station going. And I don't think we have any extra fire trucks, so we probably should just purchase a few of those. And I don't know where we would get people from that would be... Well, I guess we should get people that are at least somewhat educated to get started, because we won't have the university right away. So let's come over to here and... Yeah, they're getting kind of full in these 2 houses, so let's at least take a few people and get enough over here to man the school and this bus stop. Not that. Yeah, I think we'll just take the educated ones for now. Not too many. Just so we can see Now, they don't have any sports built yet. Now, look at them all going on the dirt roads. We don't have... Ah, okay. Well, this is why I didn't want to bring too many. So let's get some footpaths going, and then we can design our... I guess we'll put them all at a little bit of an angle. It seems to be the way they want to go. These want to go straight. At least that one did. All right. Let's start on the other side. And then I can't really... I was going to go in there and delete the... Let's close this. Oop, it found the footpaths. Good. Hopefully in the order we want to do them in. Right, because we were going to put some sports in the middle here, and then like maybe a decorative area with like footpaths going along this way, but I can't really do that. Because I don't think they don't need roads. Well, do the fire trucks need roads? If you happen to know, let me know. I'm pretty sure they could. Well, we'll see. I guess if one of them burns down, we might have to tear up our plans, but yeah, maybe I jumped the gun. But at least we'll have people if we purchase a new fire truck. Yeah, I usually get the fastest one because why not? We'll start out with just one for now, but I think eventually, especially in this one, we might end up wanting two. There we go. Building is without power supply. Uh-oh. Are we really jumping the gun? Yes, we are. We might have some escapes. Why don't we have power here? Because we just never planned on it, or what? Let's hit H. No, we just never planned on power. That's not real good. But we got this built. Oh, that's right. We used off the rails, fine modded transformer. So let's go see about getting. Hey, Xavier. Oh, you're only going to be for a few minutes. Well, that's fine. Whatever you can make it is good. I think we could probably... There's a bit of a hill right there, right? Why don't we put this guy right up on top of the hill. I don't know if he'll get to the other side of town, but right now we have a little bit of urgency to... A little bit of an urgency at this point. Let me take this guy. I don't know where we're going to build this other stuff. Maybe we'll bring him over this way along these for a little bit, and then too sharp an angle. Okay, let's get rid of one of these. Well, it didn't work out perfect, but good enough. All right, so now we need to get... Let's demolish this road. Make it a dirt road so they don't have to build it. Let's go see if we can't find him some help in getting this power going. Cool. All right. Well, we definitely need to get them power ASAP at that point. So, do you guys have any thoughts on what we should do? I guess we could get this train as soon as we get power here, right? Because we don't have power here. But that's taking... we're only in... I like to go the first few minutes while we recap and get started. That was a little bit of a jump the gun on just getting recapped. I did look over here at our thing. We were low on coal, then now we're pretty much out of coal. And I think the part of our problem is just the number of people. Right? We haven't had any escapes, but I think I may have just created a situation for escapes. Now, I could probably go take the people back out of here, right? It might not actually be a bad idea until we get power there. I don't know how long it's going to take. They've got quite a few other assignments. What is this guy? Let's get him doing what he can too. And I think that's all of our construction office. Now the other thing that's, I guess, somewhat exciting, if you want to use that word, is we are plugging away at this. So let's take a look. It took an awful long time. Oh yeah, look, we're getting right up and in there now. So I've got quite a complicated little setup going on, but hopefully we can. Well, it looks like we'll have to pay a little more attention to this because eventually they're going to stop. Who knows what they're going to back and forth on? But I wanted to make it so they can come in this way, and then we can kind of stage some trains right here potentially. But I don't think we really need to be that complicated about it at this point. Get some exports going. But we got good money. So that's oh, geez. Sorry. So is there something in particular you might want to see Xavier worked on? I was thinking of coming in here and starting to maybe lay out a farm, but we got enough building going on. Just maybe not a full, big, huge farm, but enough to get some crops for our chemical factory. So we'll have wood, and then we'll have stones up here. And that would give a good idea. Now, we don't want to get too close to the town with the chemical factory, so maybe the chemical factories end up in here. I think that would be far enough away if we didn't expand the town too much. Now, we could bus it first and then plan on... We could maybe just use trucks to get the supplies in and out of here. All right, let's see. Let's see. I'm in just the wrong section. Let's go to food and crops. Let's turn on our wireframe. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't need to necessarily get too close to this guy, but we can always keep planting more trees, and he'll go all the way up into the hills here to harvest trees. So I'm thinking, why don't we take advantage of what we have? Now, do we have... I see a bulldozer, so I should be able to level. I don't need to level the heck out of it, but if we can level some of this, I think I can get a field in right here. Now, it's always going to be best if we have our farm. Yeah, look how high that's making that. This is where this tool actually can come in better than people give it credit for. Right? Like it'll sort of smooth out. It's more of like a smoothing tool than it is a leveling tool in some ways. Good. Yeah, so I think that's sort of what we're doing by saying let's get at least a little farm in here. Now, let's just see what... We definitely have a lot more room on the other side, don't we? Now, what if we... Yeah, can we get a big field in there? Where's our road? Over this way. Yeah, see that? Let's go here and see what that looks like. Now, the other thing we could maybe try to do is actually put the farm closer. Farms don't pollute, I don't think, right? Let's go check out that fact. Because right there, that's 3 big fields. No pollution. Yeah, so maybe it's better to make the farm a little bit closer, even though we don't really need the people. Right? Can you go in there? No. Kind of have this hill. Why don't we... Yeah, I don't want to go too close to town. And then if we did this... These are basically free, so it's not... Right, like I said, I don't think we're going to go for a mega thing, and I'm kind of picturing maybe we put some chemicals in here. I've got to get that from the oil. So the stone would come this way, so we could maybe even just feed that in. Leave enough room, we could get... Yeah, then we'd have to get the oil in. But that would be kind of okay. We could bring the oil... Where is our oils kind of... Down that way. It doesn't matter too much, just kind of looking. Enough room for a road cargo. Yeah, let's do that first. Alright, if we had a road cargo station... Let's just smooth things out a little bit around it, so it's not impossible to level. All right, and we want to keep it like this, so that we can bring that conveyor in, yeah, from over here, and then leave a little room so we can get the pipe in. Then we get another road cargo somewhere like up here. Just because we need so many things coming in particular, but yeah. Right, let's put this other one down first. We can always put this in. We know we got enough room now. Alright, if we left like a good 3 in between, that should be enough. Missed. Yep. And so now we need to get stone over there. Well, we can get whatever next, but yeah, so I'd probably see. We're gonna try to squeeze it. Yeah, let's see. Can I get? Let's see. Can I level this up a bit? Really not quite. I don't know if I'm going to clear. I might have to move that road cargo station. There it is. All right, will you get past here? As long as I keep it. As long as this one will go close. Right, and then the question is, can we get over that road? Perfect. Ah, but I can't get... Okay, well that'll be fine. Just sort of... Sort of didn't put it in the right direction. Yeah, this... Oh, there we go. Made it out. These are tough. Yeah, now the other problem I kind of created is getting... Now we should be able to get through there, and then this one will be clear anyway. Yeah, I guess we'll just go that way, because I think that's too much of a hill. And I guess these should be paved. Yeah, you should... Alright, this one could probably even come this way. Hello, Kevin. Welcome to the stream. What we're building now, we are getting our chemical factory going, I hope. And I think we can get rid of that. And just put a regular dirt road there, save them some effort. Alright, so we're getting 2 chemical factories in. I kind of started plopping down some crops, and we can use the crops in other places maybe, but mostly, like, say, just enough crops to run our 2 chemical places. And then I imagine we can maybe send the excess over to our other system over here. I don't really at this moment plan on trains at this point into here. Kind of all keeping this a little bit slower than we were at other times. Nothing near like the regular series where we're just trying to do everything mega. So yeah, so let's come in here and plan on the farm building itself, right? And I'm thinking might even put a few extra crop fields in here just because it's kind of flat. And do we have an excavator? If we have an excavator, we can get away with a little bit of road leveling on this guy. Road flattening. Yeah, level is perpendicular to the earth. This is just more about making it without all those little humps messing my buildings up. I don't think it's going to let me. That's all right. But you know what? Let's get rid of this for a second, and we'll re-flatten that out a bit. All right, so let's hop back over to the fields. Alright, so we'll get this guy. I'm going to keep him a little bit maybe further away from that road so that we could actually get, if we really wanted to. And then this will keep our pollution away. I should probably put in the farm itself. Let's put this in first. Do we have a mod? I thought we had a grain silo with more... Nah, you know what? Did I not go get the grain silo with more things? Okay, that's all right. Yeah, I guess it should go this way. Yeah, let's leave it off of here a little bit. Like I said, we could be a little bit easier to maybe put in a... Let's just level it out a little bit more. All right, so there would be a farm kind of in the middle. Maybe we just stick a few more fields off this way. Yeah, let's even that hill out a little bit so we can get the... Oop. Tried to read your comment there. Oh, Avalkiz to build chemicals. Nice work. You do because anything can stop. Yeah, some people don't have enough money. Well, let's see. What can we do? I want to kind of see if we can't tuck this in. Is that straightish? Right, like we can line up where this road would be, and then, yeah, look, that won't be the prettiest field you ever saw, but I also like that I could probably get a road in between if I ever wanted to. Right, so when it comes to these, I don't really think there's a huge reason to have paved roads. So I'll just start out with some gravel roads, right? And these are going to be dirt roads. This part could probably be paved. Let's right, and there should be probably a lot of vehicles coming in and out of here. Maybe we'll pave that road just for the sake of it. Right, does that make sense? And then did we ever put power up here? If you hit the H key, you can see all the little dots. No, we don't have any power up in this area yet. So we did get this built, as we saw earlier. So let's... yeah, let's see where we would put... Can we get everything? If we don't come up here far enough... Yeah, I'm thinking maybe what we should do is like come up this way, because if we ever decide to put another quarry in here, like rather than trying to cover everything, well, that's going to cover a good chunk too. So, right, like this would get a good, and we could probably, if we ever put another quarry in, because we felt like we didn't have enough, that would cover it. Let's put a road in before I lose track of where that guy is. And then... yeah, I'd sort of like to get this guy in a spot that he could get that one. Now the other question is one line going to be enough? We could take our chances. Yeah, it would be better if we could get him like over here, I think. If we ever had like a train station or something, yeah, let's get him kind of as close to that guy as we can. That sort of committed all our roads. All right, and then we'll get... so we'll come like right through here, and then we will put a switch. Let's go back to here for a second, and then it's going to be awful tight. Yeah, see, that's not going to work. Need to get another one Oh, come on. Nah, it's not going to work. Where is this thing? Oh, yeah, it's sort of way far out there, isn't it? Let's get... I'm going to come a little straighter, I think. All right, that'll get power to him. And then I guess this one... no, it's probably better if I cut this way. But also I need to get roads in for this other one too. Yeah, I think I could just go right across there. Right? So that should... Hopefully that's enough power coming off this one line, because that is sort of some industry up in here, but sawmill and the thing, and then chemical plants. But if we have to, I think we could run another line through there. We'll give it a test, right? Yeah, I can't stand writing on my telephone, Kevin, by the way. Now that I'm not focused so intensely. Yeah, the writing on the phone is tough. And then it auto-corrects you in ways that you don't ever want it to. So I'm going to commit to these, even though we can't see them anymore. Means we'll have a little bit of chance. Now, how are we doing with our people over here? It's one of the reasons I didn't put us on super fast forward time. Yeah, we still don't have this done. Are we even working on it? Yeah, we need people. So are we getting escapes? Yeah, they're very much not happy. This will be someone like our first escapes ever. Yeah, look, we're getting a few escapes. All right, well, hopefully they're working on that. I probably should just take them out of there. Yeah, let's just take them out of here for a minute. Hopefully this will cheer them up. Yeah, let's... Oh, did it make... I can't get that one guy out of there. No, okay. Alright, one guy's... Yeah, so it makes everybody else, like... I don't know. Hopefully we don't have too many escapes. At least they can go get everything they need. Now, with this one guy... Yeah, he had everything he needed except for power, which I would have to admit would upset me a lot and decrease my happiness significantly. Alright, so what are we doing with... Yeah, do we have everybody come out to the main road, or do we... Oop, miss. Yeah, I mean... Well, and the shame of this design is that we have these road cargo stations. They're like a haul and a half for the food. There we go. This guy's auto finding the roads. That's good. All right, so let's commit to the roads and other stuff. Well, you know what? Let me leave it. I wish there was more, that we could leave it a little more just for your guys' viewing. I'm saying I left this a little bit wide apart so we could get a road there. And I'm thinking the next thing to do will be to get the piping. Right, that needs to come in, of course, the wrong end. Yeah, let's see if we... Could we get one in here, or is that just asking? It's too tight, really. Alright, if we did that, we should be able to get up over this road. Right, and then I was all proud of that. Should we try to squeeze past these power lines, which we can't see anymore? Or maybe we just go the long way around. I think we'll just go the long way around. Is that the building? I was trying to stay a little wide of that building. Yeah. Too long. All right, so where do we start getting the too long message? Let's go back a little bit. We're going to need power to this guy too, aren't we? Yeah, we need to leave him a little further this way so we get a road. We need an excavator. Yeah, okay, this is going to be... This might be a problem trying to go this way. Just because... Yeah, turn green for me. Yeah, see, way over here I think it's going to be too far. Let's get rid of this. Right, and is there some place I can put one of these? Now then, when we get over to here, I think we should be okay. If we can get... Oh, there we go. Oops. That'll be a little special. You know, they actually do put bends in these lines. Oop, I see. Yeah, I don't like to have to destroy all of it. That's... could be better done. Alright, so we're getting too long back here. Yeah, power... Yeah, too long right there. So let's come back to like here. Yeah, and actually we probably need to come to like here so we can get a road in there. There's too long right there. This one, hopefully we'll get one of these without having to delete the line. Not going overly well. Yep, there we go. All right, so now where's our actual supply? Right here. So let's start working the other way, I guess. Where is that? We just want to go right up over the hill, or are we going to get too long? I actually have a road. Yeah, you know what? I might... Hill causing obstruction. You know what? This time it's my own fault. I have to delete it. Let's do 2, 3. There we go. That was pretty good for guess. And we're green. There's that other one. Yeah, we're just gonna head straight towards that and kind of this flat area here. So we'll get to. Oh, that was. I think we're just a little bit. Let's see. Can we get away with this? I don't think we're going to. Where are we? Yeah, too long. Won't let me build it any closer, but that's too long. Yeah, that's the way life goes sometimes. Alright, so let's get... Right, that shouldn't be too long. Ah, boo. Yeah, well, it doesn't really matter. Let's put it where we think it'll be kind of level. So we don't have any issues of needing to level. Right, they look fairly straight. What do you guys think? In Polish, pole equals pole XD. I don't know how to tell XD in English. Yeah, I don't know what in English equals area where we grow corn, wheat. Okay. Well, there we go. Now the problem that we're going to have is getting power. Well, actually, you know what? It's probably not going to be the end of the world getting power. Because we do have... Yeah, so this guy, the power being over here, there's no way it's getting to over there. So we need to get one. Okay, it says that'll work. Oh, look at that, right off of where I wanted to build a road. That's okay. Yeah, you know what? We could bring it a little closer to that field. I can't really see. You know. That'll get those three, and then we got a little road right here. Right? And you'll get... Yeah, you would get these three. Now, do we have power going into here? No. No, because I'm just looking for... Yeah, so... Might as well take care of this while we're here. We don't even really have all the roads we need into here either, do we? Alright, let's... Yeah, that would get all of them down here, and then... Yeah, I don't think there's any way we're going to get that one. Now, I probably need to bring more power. Yeah, so is this one... Yeah, I think we got them all. At least I hope we did. Alright, so what I'm thinking of doing is, on this one... Let's see, we got this... And then we need to get a road. You know what? This could be... Because we have road coming... Actually, we'd want to stay on that side, wouldn't we? So we need to get to these things anyway, and they need fire trucks, so I don't want them to be like the world's slowest roads that were ever created. And then this one... Squeeze you. That's a bit of a miracle happening right there. If that... Oh, come on, you let me... You kind of let me. There you go. right? So that gets at least gravel roads. And like I said, these things can tend to catch on fire. So I want at least good enough roads. Yeah, this... kind of a pain. Once you get it down a little bit. Right, and then do we just, I mean, they do tend to kind of do this in real life, I think, where they, you're going to fight me. You know, where they build like a service road next to a thing like this. Really? There you go. Just do this. There you go. Yeah, make the difference. Yeah, we really don't have roads into here at all yet, do we? So this is an oil tank. Oh, that's right. I have my strange and hopefully decent. Yeah, you know, let's... I don't want to go too far with this, but... All right, at least we can get it sort of worked out. We got a lot of work going on there. Let me slow down for a minute. I see the comments out of the corner of my eye, so let me see what you guys think of all of that. So there we go. So that's like a network of roads to get into here to do construction on all of our mega pipeline, which is going to cost us a lot of steel, I think. And the reason I kind of slowed down as much as anything else is I think this would give us everything we needed for the chemicals, right? And, you know, because we'd have crops over here, we would have oil coming in. Let's just take a look, make sure I'm not missing something. Yeah, gravel, wood, crops, oil, and then power. Now, it's saying a lot of power, so we might end up running more power over here. We'll see how that goes. Depends on how heavy we ever run the chemicals. So let me read some of your comments, Kevin. Well, Xavier, I hope I caught you. Take care, man. Have a good day. All right, and then let's read a little bit. Now, Kevin, the pipeline can't go underground, unfortunately. Though that is a good idea, but many pipelines in the world do go underground, don't they? You first build the energy line and then next to the pipeline, but if you build first the pipeline, you can't build next to the energy. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Like, I kind of fought it, but then I didn't want to sit there and delete it after I kind of did that. And I really didn't know exactly where the road and all would go, like, until I kind of figured out the pipeline, but I know what you mean. And there's other things like that with the energy and the, like, the conveyors can go past them, but not the other way around. Yep. All right, so there we are. So we have that, and then I guess let's commit to these things now that you guys have gotten a good look at them. Sound fair enough? So we'll go into each one and just do this. All right, and then pipelines, and then roads. And then electrical. Now we can't see half of it. So there we go. So that'll get a lot of that going. Now, not too excited. Let's see how the money and everything else flows, but we can always like just purchase the oil if that's what we need to get this going. So we got our quarry. Is our quarry not assigned to anybody? Might as well get that. Get that assigned. And then all right, we'll see how that hits up our steel production. Start using some steel. And then, how are we doing as far as these guys? Oh, good. They have power back. So let's go steal some people out of this town again. We'll try another little experiment. Good. This time they have footpaths as well. All right, so we should be able to... Let's come in here now and hope for the best with this. All right, and then... I think I remember something like this. I don't know why these things are turned the opposite directions. You would think they'd be the same, right? And then... same building? Yeah. It's only attached them once. That'll be enough. Alright, and that really won't hurt them getting to the store either. There we go. So then, let's see what few decorations. I don't really have any modded decorations. So let's see what will fit in here. Big Soviet emblem. Yeah. Did we do it? I guess it would be better to do it this way, wouldn't it? But then will it fit? Yeah. But then it won't really. The paths aren't. Soviet symbol would have to go this way. And then this is smaller. I think we should have a big grand one. Or did we just do one because it's kind of a small? And we could get it this way. Yeah, I think the footpath will look a little bit strange, but... What do you guys think? Well, it tried to, Kevin. It, I don't know how much you follow my videos or not, but I was sort of worried about Mondays being delayed. And yeah, we've had like little dustings of snow, but not too much. We get hit or miss here. Like it really depends on the weather in the Arctic, in a sense. So if we get in the right weather pattern, I mean, there's been years where we've had like a couple meters of snow, not necessarily all on the ground at once, but you know, we've had a meter of snow on the ground before, but that's relatively rare. Like it's normal for us to get like 2/3 of a meter of snow throughout the whole year, you know, like 4 or 5 snowstorms like that. So, but that's sort of like more an average. So, but we're in a little bit of a in-between zone between getting too much snow or not. It really just depends on the patterns. How about you? Is it snowing there? I'm assuming from your speaking Polish or mentioning Polish that you're in Poland. And I know you guys can get some snows there depending on the year and all. All right, so there we go. We got lots of stuff. Let's go see. How are we doing with... Well, we got our power station, don't we? So this guy should have power. Yep, and he's getting filled up with fuel. So that means, well, 2 things. We can come over here. Well, can we buy a train from here? Yeah, I guess it would be better to buy it from this one, right? Oh, that's just a construction office. Never mind. No, we'll buy it from over here. All right, so I don't want the world's biggest train but then again, I guess it doesn't matter. And it'll be a diesel train. Does anybody have an opinion on a diesel train that would be the best? Sometimes red is very Soviet. I don't know. I don't think this needs to be a very much of a locomotive, really. Just because it's not going very far. So I think saving money would probably be my vote at this point. I mean, this one is cheap. It's just going to go back and forth for the crops from the farm to the other places. Yeah, so let's get one of those because it's cheap. And then cargo wagons. We don't really have much choice there at all. So we're going to get, what do you think? Let's see. 55 tons. That thing holds 800. So if we got 4 of these, it would do 200. Right. I mean, I think that would probably be pretty good. We can always, I guess, send them back. So let's send him. I don't think it's going to matter. Once he gets in here, he may never leave. All right, so you're going to come here and load anything, and then I think I'd like to prioritize the food and the clothing first, right? And then have him come back and hit this one. All right, and he won't wait at either one of these 2 stops. He'll just wait to fill up. Because I think it would be better to get the clothing, and I'll explain that in a minute better, and wait here just in case there's no crops for him to deliver. Let's take a little train ride. It's not something I do too much, though I do enjoy it more. I guess there's always feels like there's something to do in this game, like with all the different construction projects. Like, you know, if I play other games that are similar. And then the other thing is, I guess this game doesn't really have a... I do wish it would, like, turn with the train a little bit. Like, they don't... Like, some games have different camera modes. Like, when he gets up to here, we're going to have to turn him this way. T38 is the best. I'll have to take a look. Let's go see what you mean by T38. I don't see T38. Okay. Cool. All right, so, well, we'll keep an eye on that guy. Oh, look, he's already getting fuel. That didn't take you long, buddy. Are you getting fuel? What are you doing? Why are you just stopped there? Is there no power here? Alright, and there's no... Could I send you to your second stop? I know you got... Yeah, we'll get them past here. And I guess we need to fix this situation, don't we? Is there any power left? And this is going to be a problem. This one... Yeah, I think we're going to take care... If we have any extra power... Yeah, you know what? This is... Oh, this guy's... Well, we got another one right here. Why don't we put a switch in right here? I don't think we have... Right? Yeah, there's no more connections there, so... And when we do these switches, I'll just purchase them. Yeah, get rid of that. Yeah, we want you to go this way. Alright, because we don't want these guys to be without power too long. So let's just purchase that and purchase this, and then we'll... construct the rest of it, just for saving money, if nothing else. How are you getting power? I guess he's probably getting his power from that other. Just not quite. Yeah, so we have to do a... So if that guy's getting his power from here, I'd probably put this down a little bit further, right? Not substation. Well, we do want a substation, but we need a switch first. Can I fit all that in there, I hope? No. Yeah, you know what I may do? Well, it's going to be a little bit awkward, but it's going to be a lot awkward. Too close. Right, let's... Oops, I forgot. I knew there was something I missed. Alright, let's, you know what, we could probably do like this. Can we get in there? There you go. And then you can attach there. And then you can head on down the line. Right, and then this guy's going to need power as well, but he could just end... He could just end right here. Alright, let's delete that. Make it a dirt road. And you can come right over to there. Right? And you are all constructed so you're not killing the power to everybody else. And that'll give these guys something to do for a little while. I already got that one. We'll hit it again. And I might as well. Yeah, this guy's running out of stuff to do too. Oh, hit H. Too far. Okay. Cool. So did this guy make it in? Yep. And he's got a load. Good. And he's got fuel. Nice. Cool. What do you think? Yeah, you know what? As a matter of fact, we do need to, now that we've got him in here, should just signal that guy off so he doesn't see that. And that's the nice thing about having separate passenger lines and rail cargo lines. So he won't even have any signaling on his line. And then, yeah, so what are we doing? Just see how he handles having two different. This game's pretty strange in the way that it fills things up at times. But there we go. So that means we now have crops and no workers. Or at least we should have crops and no workers. Yeah, I don't like that it doesn't push them in there, but there you go, 61 workers. We are now officially making our own fabric. And this, the good thing about this little setup is even if we just have one of these, it will feed all three of these if we have anybody in there. So then these guys only need the fabric. So that's good. There we go. Hey! Now we're not making our own chemicals, right? But we're working on that part of it. I have no idea how our power is going to hold up through all of this, so I don't want to ramp things up too much. Yeah, I've gotten pretty good at the signaling. But it can definitely be tricky at times. My biggest advice to you would be chain in, regular out. So if you look at any intersection, you know, there's like chain signals in and then regular out. Chain in, regular out. And you have to do that to every intersection. These are just their regular signals, you know, just to keep things moving. And then some intersections that get too complicated, it's good to have like double chains. Like this one, yeah, that's not a double chain, but see what I mean? And then this is a real problem with the game. Don't get, oh wait, there we go. See, we're missing a signal. So we need one here so that lets this guy go a little bit faster. All right, and again, chain in, regular out. Chain in, regular out. Any intersection. This doesn't need one in particular because it's not attached, like here. That signal's just for when the train's waiting. So what are you doing? You're just doing the steel? Yeah. Cool. Well, they're flowing, right? They're not all jammed up, so that's a good thing. Like I said, and I don't really want to ramp it up too much. We'll keep an eye on it. But we have smoke, which is good. And smoke that's far away from where our people live, which is also good. Speaking of people living, there we go. So we're cutting through some crops. Nice. And then how are we doing? Probably going to have a little run on crops, right, as this guy fills up some things that weren't getting filled up before. And then we could probably consider taking these trucks off of here pretty shortly. Yeah, look, this guy has no crops. Okay, so we'll see how the train does. Definitely going to be doing better than the trucks, I bet. All right, so how are we doing over here? We are just building stuff. Oh, you know what? Let's go take a look at... Let's go take a look up here. How are we doing? Hey, we reached the... Oh, we almost... Not quite. But you know what the good news is? Oh, this guy picked the wrong one, didn't he? Yeah, you know, I'm going to cancel this one. Because, look, I just want him to come right in and do this one, right? Because then... Well, the only problem with not completing this right away is that it's going to be a really... Well, no, we could do a crisscross. Yeah. I mean, we're not going to have that. Like, in other words, I want this guy to come in on this track, and we could start our trains exporting stuff at that point. We could get a steel exporting train, and then if we just did a crisscross here and only let one train into this area at a time, it would slow things down a lot. But at least we could get our construction vehicles up here and our export trains in and out of here, like because they could both go back and forth on the one-way track. Yeah, or we could start signaling it at some point as we got things completed. But good, we're awful close to getting some exports. It's been a long time. Yeah, nice to meet you too, Kevin. I'm glad you're here. Xavier was with us for a little while. We usually have quite a few more people. I'm wondering if it. And I tell you what, I noticed like the views are down too, and I think there's a fair percentage of people that are off playing Transport Fever 2 at this point. So at least I'm assuming assuming that's a big thing. But when you're me, you don't get a preview copy, I guess. So I'm gonna wait until what is it, Wednesday? Right? Is that when it comes out? And then I don't know. I was going to ask the people that were here. There's not too many here. Whether they wanted to see Transport Fever 2 next weekend or see this, but just the vote of 4 people coming to the live stream, or however many's been here, is sort of a thing. But if you have an opinion towards what you want to see, let me know. So yeah, Wednesday is the day that I'll be able to start playing it. So it's all good. I still like this game, right? Just because another game comes out doesn't mean you stop liking the first game. Though I definitely am interested in playing it. At the same time, the few videos I've seen kind of make it seem like an extended, maybe upgraded version of the Transport Fever, which is good. I mean, that's a good game. So, but it's also not like some earth-shattering thing that if I never played it, I felt like I never played a game like that. It seems awful similar. And I'm not the kind of person that likes to... I don't really like the fact that they start making videos 2 weeks before you can buy the game. Like, so I haven't really watched too much of it. Just a couple of off-the-rails episodes there. And, just because he's a fan of this series and whatnot. I haven't seen him here today, but that's okay. Not everybody makes it every Saturday, that's for sure. Hey, there's Off the Rails. Boy, you caught me talking about you, and I didn't even... Well, I'm glad I said nice things, huh? Welcome to the stream, Off the Rails. How are you doing today? Yeah, like I was saying, I watched a couple of... Maybe, I don't know if you caught that or not, but I watched a couple of yours, and that's about it. I haven't watched anyone else's Transport Fever just because it's... I don't want to ruin it, especially I don't mind watching them after I've played a few hours, but like those first couple hours when you get a new game that you were looking forward to, I don't know. I just sort of like to see the whole thing for myself to some degree. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're here. It seems like I was just saying to Kevin and whoever else is here, it seems like the count is low. We've been doing much better. I was wondering if everybody's off playing, or watching Transport Fever 2. I'm just wondering, I don't have any other... I mean, I know it's the holidays and I missed a week, so that could impact the numbers. But just kind of curious as to why it's so much lower. And with Transport Fever 2 coming out this week, that makes sense. Yeah, and that's, by the way, you guys Kevin, you put up with a pretty long lag from the time I say things to the time that you guys actually hear them. And part of the reason is so that you guys can watch it. I mean, I think more people tend to watch it, or at least there's more view counts, whatever the heck that means for YouTube. But it seems like more people watch it in replay than actually do live. So, and that's understandable. Yeah, because if you miss something in English, and you're right, like it's if I look at the statistics on who's watching, it's only like 15% from the United States, and then I forget, like not too many more from Britain. So there's a lot of people that watch this game that are, from, I'm assuming, mostly non-English speaking countries. I didn't notice Australia on the list. Well, if you're from Austria, you probably, and I know a lot of Europeans speak better English than I do their languages. Anyway. Playing with Blender. Matter of fact, I've been doing a similar thing, but not for modding, but I have been messing with Blender this week, drawing a tomato plant. Drawing plants can be pretty darn tough in Blender, and it's just absolutely amazing and stunning what some people can do with that game with plants and just anything. I mean, and they had some guy who was like CGI, like for movies and whatnot, the computer graphics, and absolutely almost creepy what they can do. Like they could take a picture of a building, take several pictures of the building, and just put it into Blender and just make it look like the building, because it's like, photorealistic. It's certainly enough that you can get by with it in a movie kind of setting or a music video or something like that. So pretty cool, actually. All right, so what you missed off the rails, and anyone else who's come and gone or come in later, is we've been building away at this. We don't have our power up here, and it's all just kind of going a little slow. I've been staying in one times mode because I was sort of ramping these people up, and I think we got a few escapes when I moved them over here too soon. And I kind of want to make sure, the biggest thing I'm nervous about, maybe off the rails, is that can the fire companies come in on the footpaths? Like if I build all of this, they're not going to have access via a road into these buildings. So I'm kind of hoping that doesn't become a fire issue at some point, because I certainly like this, no roads kind of. I think a lot of apartment buildings don't actually have a road to every single apartment building, right? Like they might have a parking lot, but even then, in center city type areas, like middle of towns, a lot of times they don't even have parking lots. They're just like footpaths up to them. So we'll see. If they burn down, I guess I'll have to rip out everything in the middle here and make it better. But let's see, the few that I've moved in, how are we doing? Well, we're doing pretty well. And then we've started plugging away at getting a farm in here, and we got our lumber mill. I think we just need to sort of, man, are we ready to start? We got a gas station up here. And are we going to try to service this with a bus stop, I guess would be a question. This is mechanic conveyor. So this is 2 chemical factories. So we'll have crops up here. We'll have wood that we can get out of here. Lumber sawmill, just so we have lumber. Might as well make lumber for the map at that point. We have a couple road cargo stations to bring the wood, and the gravel will be fed in. Lumber, we could actually bring the chemicals. Might bring the chemicals out this way, I'm thinking, and then maybe bring the crops in this way. Might even be worth building a road across here. All right, maybe I'll do that. Yeah, I've done a lot of road construction, but I could see why you wouldn't, because the footpaths are just as good for them and are a lot easier to build. Like if I build this, yeah, you won't let me go straight, will you? Too steep. Okay. Yeah. You know what? That's okay. They can just drive around. It's not going to be like a main thoroughfare, and they'll be off the path. If they go around, it's not going to make too much difference. Can I come through this way, though? Just trying to save them a few steps. Yeah, I think no matter which way I try to take this. Yeah. Yes. Oh. Make a liar out of me, huh? There we go. So when this is a grain silo from the farm, they can just drive it. Maybe we'll send the crops in this side, and then I forget how many parking spaces we have in the chemical factories. We've got 2 chemical factories, which I don't really know if that's enough, but it's going to be, right? Because it's, you know, it should be a fair amount. I don't plan on growing this map so super huge before we end it. So I'm hoping that that's enough chemicals to bring over to our fabric. And if we don't export that much clothing, it's okay. You know, I think one of our goals is going to be to try to get a bit self-sufficient here, if not fully self-sufficient. So when we get all this done, we'll be a pretty good chunk of the way towards that. Let's build the red star. Yeah, what did we build here? We built, I think, the emblem. I forget which one. Soviet symbol. And then we'll have to put some trees in here too. Why don't we do that? Poplar trees. I don't want pine trees. Those bushes are okay, but yeah, why don't we try a poplar tree? You won't. Oh, because the. Okay. It doesn't want me to build too many of them. There we go. Right, and then we could do. Let's do some matching ones if they'll let me. Yeah. That's a footpath right there. It's hard to see the footpath sometimes. Yep. There you go. Okay, well there we go. I decorated again. Maybe a couple in between. Nope, you don't like that? There you go. I have no idea how big these things are going to get. Probably retardedly big and look very bad, huh? But they're going to have more decorations than anybody else on the map. So I hope they don't complain too much when the tree branches like whap up against the windows of their house. Right. All right. It still doesn't look that good, but hopefully they'll fill out a little bit. Yeah, what do the poplar trees look like? Is that what it's? Yeah, seed poplar. Poplars are pretty big trees. Like, I don't know if that's the acacia tree. Now that looks like the seed beech right there, doesn't it? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Poplar, yeah, they're not little. But then when we did the bushes over here, our bushes aren't very little either in this game, are they? Looks like a bit of a jungle over here in this town. How are we doing on our population? No escapes, that's good. No plus 21-year-olds, that's kind of good. We're up over 8,000. Which, by the way, is a little bit of a governing thing for us at the same time. How are we doing? Okay, so now we're waiting. Yeah, we probably should just take these trucks off of here. Especially if they're on their way back now. Okay, this guy's going to the livestock farm. So it's Salage's grain storage 2 is the ones that are coming up this way. And I think this guy is the other one, yeah. Alright, so let's take him off because he's empty. Where are we going? Here. Oh. And we'll let this guy get empty. And I think that's the only ones that go... I guess we could just click on this, huh? Was there 3 of them? He's empty. Right? Yeah, so there's 3, and then the 2 of them are heading back. And then there's the 3rd one. Good. And we'll see if we can't get this guy empty first. Where's he going? He's going down to this one, which will be full. Okay. No need for those trucks. So that frees up a few trucks for when we... Oh, you know what we're not doing? Do we have clothing delivery? Oh, we don't have any trucks. Well, good. We just freed up some trucks to... Yeah, we have a little bit of a problem with that, don't we? There's nobody getting into there. I'm okay with just running one of these till we get our power... Till we make sure we have enough power. Yeah, so let's take one of them. Now that he's in this depot. I'm just going to say go from here to here. For now, we'll just have them wait in both places. And then... Then we should probably start dropping off clothes to people, right? Yeah, so this guy's empty. Let's send him back to the depot. Since this truck is a little bit smaller than I think this one is, right? Yeah, this guy only holds 10 tons or 6 tons of clothing. We will... There we go. We're recycling. So you're going to come to here. Yeah, you know what? We can't really have them waiting there, can we? That's going to be... Yeah, that's less than desirable. That none of them can wait there if we're going to try to do this by truck. We don't want you waiting because you're going to clog everything up. But you can wait here. All right, and then... Whenever this guy gets back in the depot, we can send another truck, him over to here. I guess we could actually... Nah, it always messes up when I try to get too far ahead. And then we'll need a 3rd truck to bring, or 4th truck, 3rd truck, to bring stuff up to here. So let's go ahead and just purchase that one now. Yeah. Unless we can get the KMZ anyway. Now the other thing is we have to get some clothing flowing. Or else we're going to have trucks running back and forth all over. Alright, so he'll bring stuff up to here, clothing. And then, yeah, you're still, we're taking a, oh, what do we got going on here? Oh, this problem. We either don't have enough gravel or we got a traffic jam here. Right, let's take a couple of these guys off. Get this guy out of the way. There we go. Alright, now the other thing we have is like a whole bunch of buses. We could probably consider getting rid of a lot of them. Now, did this guy make it? Yeah, so let's take this guy before we forget and get too many things going on at once. Let's get him all the way over to here. All right. Delete that one. Right, now there's no way they're all going to really flow that efficiently to start out, but did we get any? Yeah, at least we got a little bit into here. Yeah. We're going to have a lot of trucks fighting over a couple pieces of underwear, and that's going to be about it, right? But we do got good fabric. And then, now that I thought about it, let's take a look at what we're doing. Yeah, so these guys are just trying to see if these buses are really necessary. How are they getting to here if not by bus? I don't think they're going to walk all the way around to there, are they? Let's see. Oh no, but they'll walk from there. Okay. Alright, well let's just see what happens if we take the buses off. Alright, I know some of them might have had workers in there, and then the other bus stop would be this one. Alright, so that should be all the workers off of there, which will relieve some of the traffic jam that we have going on to here. Now, what else did we have by bus? I think that was it, right? Did we have... I don't think we had any buses going directly into here. Now, the other thing I'm kind of worried about is I don't think... Oh, no, they can get there from here. Okay. Now, do we have them assigned? No, we have them only assigned to go to the slaughterhouse. So let's have them... And then the firehouse will be a lot less. Right, and then really, if we're going to make that leap, we really sort of probably need to consider doubling our trains, huh? Yeah, let's make sure this guy... Yeah, look, they all went to the one. Oh, no, they did. They split up. Why aren't you going on the footpath? They all went around. Now, how are we doing on livestock? Well, we have some. We have meat. Yeah, so we're kind of jammed up with meat right this moment, aren't we? Yeah, we have 4 refrigerated. Now, I don't know. Let's see. Do we... Village meat. Village road cargo station. 9 and 10. Yeah, so that should be each of the towns, right? Yeah, so we should be doing okay. Now, how are we doing with purchasing meat on our economy? We did, but that might have just been... Yeah, so we're purchasing food and meat. Clothes, which I'd expect. Electronics, definitely. Chemicals, yeah, because we're making our fabric and we haven't gotten our chemical thing going. Let's assign some more constructions. What do we want to do? I think we may... Why don't we go for our university here? All right, I feel like that sort of would be a good thing to get done for the sake of the people living in that town. Oh, look at all that. All right, and as you're... Let's get both of these guys open. Yeah, you don't have anything to do. You can do more than just the university. I mean, I guess we could get our farm going. All right, and... Yeah, we're still building those roads. We can start working on those 2 things. That'll give these guys plenty of stuff to do. And let's go take a look. Yeah, we can do another conveyor. Probably should get the power going. All right, let's go take a look at our export capability. We only got one construction assignment. Yep, so that guy got done this. Now we're just yeah, they're just not real fast, are they? So that guy's gonna get done this one. And then yeah, I'm thinking in order to get this done, well, we could get this done. See, I'm thinking if we send trains up here, we need to get them going the right way. And if we want to finish this, we kind of need a crossover. Oops. It doesn't look like it's lined up, does it? No, it's not. It's because they're not right next to each other. Okay, well, that's a little awkward, but all right, so we can send the other trains on this track. So then what that'll let us do is it'll let us signal it so that if we put a train on export while we're still building this, they can do a little crisscross action. And then we could always destroy that later on. Probably even auto purchase it, but there we go. So that'll give them something else to do for a little while. Good, so we got these guys all assigned up. Any suggestions from you guys? Since it's a small crowd, everybody's suggestion counts greatly. Right? There's not going to be... We could vote, but I could just ask each one of you what you wanted, and it's not going to even take much of a vote. So the other thing Yeah, so we'll get this worked on. How are our people here doing? They're reasonably happy. They don't have a hospital. I'm okay with that for the moment. And then the next thing to do would be, so we're going to have chemicals coming out of here, and I think I'd like to get like an automotive plant going, and then the things that would support the automotive plant. What do you guys think? Let me give you a second while I get a drink here real quick. And let's see, where's automotive? Oh, that's right. It's got its own engineering. Vehicle production lines. So we're going to need plastics, mechanical components, electrical components, electronics, which I don't think we ever actually use electronics, and fabric. So yeah, so that'll be chemicals. And then we would have plastics. And I'm thinking, yeah, we don't want it too far away, but we don't want it close to town either. So I'm thinking maybe we do plastics up here where we can bring the oil up over the hill into the plastics factory. Might also be able to do something more with the oil from here, like export it or something once we bring it up over the hill. Let me know what you think. I'm not going to pause, but I'm going to just get a drink for a second. So how are our poplars doing? I don't know. I think they look nice so far. I don't know if they get too much bigger than that. Do I see any around the map anywhere? I gotta use them someplace, right? I'm not really seeing any. Well, we'll find out. But I think they're okay for now, right? Like, I kind of like them a little bit more than the bushes. We'll see how it goes. So let's get a little wireframe action going. Yeah, we sort of have a, I don't know, are we going to need another construction office to be able to level anything? Or even just flatten it a bit? Nope. So I don't really need it necessarily level, but this is awful bumpy. Are they going to get a lot bigger? I guess we'll find out. Or I'll find out. Yeah, that would be real nice if they stayed that size. Well, they could use some more decorations in the game, I think, as a general statement. So what do you guys think? Should I do just one plastics? I know on the other map, one plastic seems to be plenty enough for the 3 car manufacturing. So I'm thinking just one would be enough for here. Right, that should be a big enough place. Let's see if let's zoom in. Yeah, so we could do, I'm thinking, what if we just brought it straight off of that road there? Right, and then Keep our road cargo station out of the way of our pipeline a little bit. And then we'd have a road that okay. You know what, we're just going to go for it. All right, and this could be the road for chemicals to come in, which would mean we'd pave this. All right, that's what else we need. Yeah, so we'll have oil piped in, and then we'll have chemicals. So let's see, how do we get up over this hill? Yeah, so this road, some of you guys may have missed this, but we got the long gravel road, like all the way over to here with a pipeline and 6 or 7 pumping stations to get oil into here. So, and I don't know if you guys remember from when I did this, but I'm kind of curious to see how this will work out, where we have 2 tanks and then we have like crossing pipes. So one of them goes into the infeed and one of them goes to the outfeed, hoping to keep both of these tanks at the same level. And I would describe it as much an experiment as anything else. So then let's head over to pipe building. Let's see, where are we going to? We're going to here. So we're going to probably stay on this side of that. We'll probably go right up over the mountain. Completely realistically, right? All right, where do we get too long? Yeah, I'm a little afraid about too long here. My ability to... Now, is it just because I'm too far away, or do I just not have an excavator? I just don't... Well, I don't know, but I just don't have an excavator anyhow. Yeah, I think it's going to be too long to get to the next. Let's see, if that's too long there, let's zoom in and do some width of the screen measuring. So from about here to here would be, so if we have a pump, like say there, yeah, right on top of the mountain, we would need another one. All right, I think we're going to have to be patient. How can we do level? Yeah, we can do... Do level here. There you go. Let's line it up straight. Straight-ish. Okay, let's level a little bit more. All right, hopefully. Yeah, I'm thinking that even if that's not too long right there, I think it would have been too long to try to go much further past this. So this will be fine. No idea how we'll get a road up here, but we'll cross that bridge in a minute. All right. Boy, that's pretty tall. Pretty tall pipe. That's all right. We'll be able to get tall trucks underneath of it. So now, as a general statement, we don't really need any workers up here, but we're going to need fire coverage. And how far will our fire coverage... go. Not far enough. Now, how do you go this way? Perfect this way. Like, we couldn't have planned it a whole lot better this way. Right? So that one firehouse will cover, but we definitely need to get a little more fire coverage off this way. Yeah, I'm thinking we have this road here, which is just a dirt road. And I think we could probably follow where it went. Let's get rid of... Yeah, what are you? You're not going... You're an electrical substation. Okay. Well, you know what? We could still get rid of the road, but we got to remember that that guy's there, right? Yeah, let's get rid of... Yeah, let's head right towards that electrical substation, I think. Okay. We really could use a free excavator, but we do have the skill. We're an old-time player when we didn't used to have all those fancy leveling tools. Right? It's like the airline pilots of today complain about the newer airline pilots because they don't really know how to fly airplanes like they did in the old days. Yeah, so we're gonna have to have like a bus for people. Let's give that guy that, and then we'll make that gravel from that point on. So all of our fire protection will have to come in here. Now we still need to get these two guys. Yeah, let's get rid of this road. Did you make monuments? That's cool. I was thinking I should have downloaded some monuments, but I guess we definitely will before we go too much further. Yeah, so we have to get across this. Yeah, both of these are going to be on the other side, aren't they? So let's see. All right, I'm building gravel roads because I'm a glutton for punishment, but yeah, that is going to be a mess, especially without an excavator. Can I even... Yeah, I'm going to have to do it the hard way. That might not be so bad, actually. Yeah, I know. I figured you might say that. Well, you go step by step for me at least. Just take enough of this off to hopefully get the road up there. I don't think it's gonna... It might. I do like when they added that, even though it is... Right, and I'm doing that out of gravel for the hope of... Yeah, I should probably... When we have a free excavator, maybe I'll try to get down to this way. Because that's gonna be... Yeah, that's gonna be a long ride for a fire truck around that way. And then this guy needs to get hooked up. Oops. All right, good. So now, get this road cutting right through things. Is this power? Yeah, and this is a pump. Yeah, I'm assuming, I can't really see what's hooked up and what's not, but we should be able to get through like right here, I hope. All right, and what do we have further along here on the other side? What are you? You're an electrical. You, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll stay with our... All right, so we have a pipeline right there. It's a lot easier when you can see all these things. All right, so where's... All right. And then this guy needs to get hooked up. Yep, free excavator. Story of my life. Free bulldozer. Okay. We're striking out left and right on this one. All right, so let's turn it this way and see. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe we come right off of that one. Can we cut through at this angle? Yes. All right, and then you... Yeah, so what is this road? That road is kind of a road to nowhere. And then we need to get these hooked up. Let's just see what happens if we try to go. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Let's see, what do we have? Pipe there, electrical connector. Yeah, the other pipe's over here. Okay. Just trying to get an idea of where I can put, I think yeah, so if we could get through to here, that would be okay for this one, right? Right there. Yeah. Kind of looked like it went through it. You would have thought it might have. Yeah, I'm not sure what the difference was, but... oh, there's... Right. And then this one I'm thinking... should actually come up to here, and then we get rid of this dirt road. But I'm just going to make this one construction. Instead of having it broken up into many. And since everything else is graveled, we seem to be going nuts with gravel. have here? Nothing. Oh, this is the old town. This is where there was... No. It's always something that you're missing. All right, I think we got everything. This is a little awkward here. We'll get rid of that. Oh, I didn't mean to get rid of all that. What happened there? Oh, I don't know. All right, any more of those dumb ends sticking off the end? Nah, like I said, we'll see what happens with this, but let's go check. I don't want to say spend too much time paying attention to that stuff, but definitely don't want to have a catastrophe going on in the rest of the map. Let's see, how are we doing for constructions? Oh, you've got your work cut out for you paving roads alone, don't you? Source without boards. Really? Well, where is your source of boards? Why do you need boards anyway? Okay, well, I guess somebody needs boards for something. So I guess we should purchase those for the moment. Right, everything else is being delivered in. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, just this. Well, it's less than the whatever. Okay, there you go. Now you can get boards, right? Need source without boards. Asphalt can't produce asphalt. Are we out of gravel again? Are we back into this? No workers. Well, I would have thought our workers would have got better because we weren't pulling people off to go up to here, but yeah, we got a microbus. So just not enough. Now, are you... Oh, you're already 100% filled. So I'm not getting any boards in there because we're like overfilled here with this other stuff. I kind of hate to get rid of it. Is there something we can have you do with some of that stuff? Yeah, you're just not ready to start using steel yet, or bricks. Yeah, why are we getting so overfilled with prefab panels and bricks? I mean, I could just like X the stuff out and delete it, but actually, you know what? But maybe we could send you to do... Don't we need bricks for this? Yeah, eventually. Hey, Steve, welcome. What are we building? We are building... Well, at the moment, we've been building gravel roads into our oil fields. We got electrical, and we have a plastics factory starting to lay it out, which got me back into doing the oil. And then the other side of the oil comes all the way up over here and goes into our chemical plants. We laid them in, and then I put, you know, not a mega farm, but we've got, what, 6 big fields around a farm. And then the last live stream, if you remember, we got the wood and lumber mills and quarry, which we're still working on that quarry. And so this should give us everything we need to do chemicals, like relatively close to it. And then to do the plastics, we need the chemicals, which we should be able to drive them down this road over to here. And then, oil comes into the chemicals. And then the next things we were going to do is probably, I think the goal, probably even for, we got another hour left in the live stream, would be to just sort of at least, even if, I think we've got like 72 times more things planned out than we're going to construct in the next few hours. But I was thinking of going towards the, kind of end goal for the map of getting in a automotive manufacturing and becoming relatively self-sufficient towards that. So the other thing we would need is electrical components. We would need electronics and fabric, which we are actually slowly making fabrics these days. There we go. So we don't see crops there, but we seem, how are we doing on crops? Well, they're going down, but that means we're making fabric. For a little while we were making clothes, but not actually delivering them to any place. We fixed that little problem. And we really haven't ramped this up, but I'm kind of afraid to ramp it up too much until we think about our power a little bit harder. But our farm is doing reasonably well, and we got a train over here now so that we can, so we seem to be doing okay with our crops in each place, which is good. That's a good sign. Now, again, this map isn't about like super duty exporting everything. Speaking of exporting things, we were plugging away at getting, there we go, we built that. Look, we actually are connected now, both sides. So the last thing I want to do is build this little piece of track. Probably should have clicked on this guy first. And then once we do that, then we can signal this. Right, so once they get this built, I can put this crisscross. We could put some signaling here so that they can return this way and go in this way and on this one track, and then I can send the construction guys up here to finish the rest of this stuff. Now, would it hurt to send? No, it's really not going to hurt to send. Close that. Yeah, I need to go all the way back. It really wouldn't hurt to send another guy working, right? I don't think. Because there's no signaling on here at all. So the worst they'll do, and I'll send them out. So this guy's going to come up this track to work on this. And I'll send somebody else up here. Yeah, I guess I'd want the loop around first. I don't think it matters. All right, just have them do something. So we'll put some signaling here so we can keep working on this. And my vote, let's see how we're doing with steel and oil. My vote is, regardless of how we're doing with oil, I think we should get the oil train going first, since we have 742 trucks taking oil all the way up to the border since, well, for 20 some years now, right? We've been, those trucks, I'm surprised they're not all worn out by now, the fenders falling off of them and everything else. Well, they look as new as the day they were bought. Good. They must have a good maintenance program in any event. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe we get, an oil train. Not that we couldn't do both right away, and then we can. How are we doing on our steel production? Look, we're using it, so that's good. And the other side of this is we have a good amount of steel for building all these factories and these conveyors, and then that's quite a few miles of pipeline, that we also have over here. And speaking of pipeline, you know what? We're going to need, I got some power in here. Like this is a substation now. I think I hooked it all up. No, you know what? I don't even think I wired that up, did I? No. Where's the other one? There's another one up here somewhere. Oh, it's over here. Yeah. I can't really tell. No, I don't think I put the wires into this one yet either. I guess I could tell this way. It's probably easier. I don't think these pumps are going to need 10 tons of it. And then we had to get power to places just because we have these pumps that are periodically around. Yeah, I think I did these over here with power. Yeah, so I could see the wire right there. But I didn't do this one. And I'm thinking, yeah, let's run. It's kind of awkward the way I did that, but I'm thinking maybe we put switch here. Or I think I can. You were green. I'll take you green. Can I get right there? Yeah. And then, yeah, good. And then this guy can run. Really see what I'm doing. All right, this guy needs to get to this one and this one. So let's see if we can't. No, that's going to be too. It's going to be too sharp an angle. All right, okay, that's a pipeline there, and there's a pipeline right there. So, yeah, that's going to be too short. Let's see, let me zoom in. I'm thinking I'm going to demolish that and just put it a little bit. Hopefully that won't mess anything up. If I put the switch like right here, can I get a road straight out of that? Yes. Oh. What? Right. And then can we get, if this will connect, oh wait, no, you know what? It's not really the way I wanted it, is it? I think we do something like this. Right, get rid of that. And right. And then this one can go this way. And then this one, can I just go right straight there or no? No. All right, so that'll get power, and I think that catches, those two catch all of this, I'm pretty sure. I can't really tell until it actually gets built, but then we have to get this, which really shouldn't be too bad. These two I don't think are going to be gotten. Let's see if we can't. Yeah, no, you're not going to let me do it where I want to, are you? Yeah, we could do it like just where we think it'll. All right. It's a lot easier when you can actually see these things. There we go. So that should cover these two, no problem. And then, like I said, I think these other ones are going to cover everything else. So that'll get us power into there. It's always a lot of things, isn't there? Like you think you designed everything, and then there's bunches of other stuff. So there we go. So then let's commit to these pipes so we can never see them again. So they're built. All right. So that should get us oil into our plastics, and then we might as well turn that brown too. Hey, Fox Gaming. Hello. Yeah, the storage yard is definitely full, and I'm hoping to kind of I didn't really want to delete a bunch of stuff. I don't really know why they need boards. Is it the gravel quarry? The gravel quarry needs boards. Well, I'm not too worried about those 12 boards that they, 2 boards that they need. Let's see if they, I'm kind of hoping they use up some of the other stuff on some project. Right? Like medical university is going to need, it's going to need bricks at some point. Let's just see. In other words, I think it might clear itself out. Like, if, we'll see. Maybe not, but maybe so. But yeah, the storage yard's full because of the percentages. Now, is it limiting? Yeah, limit the amount. You would wonder, well, trucks come back with stuff, and rather than throwing it away, which is good, it piles it back in there. But then the problem is you get 220 of 170, and this is, for some reason, we've got 100 more bricks. I don't think I changed the percentages other than to actually lower the board's percentage, so we'll see. We'll see if it clears up. If it doesn't, I'll delete some stuff. But in the meantime, you know, like I said, we can build this university, and that'll use, you know, some stuff. I don't think we have any prefabs planned to be used at this exact second, but. And then this guy's auto finding all the roads, so he's going to be busy for a year and a half. And then this guy, yeah, I have him just coming over here to work on the farm and stuff. I think the same thing with this one. And this one. He could probably be assigned something else. Yeah, this needs a road too, huh? And just so you know, I'm not going insane with, like, this is a gravel road. I think we'll be okay with the fire company right there. But I did all these in gravel roads because trying to get the fire trucks all the way out to them. I don't want the fire trucks going like super duper slow. And then now that I think about it, we never did build that firehouse I was talking about a little while ago. So I'm thinking this would probably, I'm not going to have an excavator, are we? Of course not. Yeah, well, that's right where the pipeline is. I'm thinking like that wouldn't be a bad spot, right? Where we could, you know, relatively easily drive people up there, and I think they would be able to get to. Yeah, I think that's going to get to people, and not be so far out that they can't contribute in other areas, right? Like, because we're going to have this road around here. So they could actually drive down this way if something caught on fire. You know, there's green right there. Can we just go where it's green? Oh, yes we can. All right, and that's actually a paved road to a certain point. So there we go. So we'll have a firehouse. We'll get the power going out here eventually. And we do have this firehouse with a couple people. Oh, look at the poplars growing. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be like... Yeah, I wouldn't want to live in one of these houses like in a windstorm. Imagine those things like that close to your house, like whipping up against the windows. That would be kind of tough. I mean, even if they didn't break the window, they'd still be like, wow, wow. You know, they're scaring the heck out of you during a thunderstorm. Thunderstorms are scary enough without a tree like that hitting the windows of your apartment building. Did that rail for Hexport? What did I miss for 3 live streams? Well, you know, you need to go back and watch 3 live streams, Foxy Cool. You missed plenty of stuff. I think I gave a little bit of a recap. I don't know if you were here when I started giving it. There we go. Look. All right, good. This guy's done. So now we can get some exporting going. Finally, by train. We've had a lot of exporting going by truck, but yeah, then we're going to have to think about all these trucks. But we'll deal with that in a minute. One thing at a time, right? Let's come over here. And No, that's going to be regular. Well, we'll do chain in. Yeah, regular out. And then this would have to be two-way. Or no, we don't do any signaling, do we? Yeah, because I wouldn't... Well, if this was a... See, this guy's going to be in here. Let's think about this for a second. It'll be a little bit tricky. I want this guy to be in here, and it's going to stop that, but I don't want it coming back around. So I'm thinking I just do a regular signal here. Right? And when he leaves that area, this one will turn green. But if I don't, the problem is the chain signal is going to feed back to red from this signal. Right? So I can't put a chain here. But that's okay, because there's no other signal further ahead. Now, I could try to signal this out, but I think I'm just going to leave it like this for the time being. This is already going to be enough of a problem. So does that make sense? I know Kevin was saying earlier that he struggles a bit with the signaling, but, you know, I've basically made this one whole block. So when our oil train comes up here, we're going to get like a line of trains. So we probably even want to do, you know, something, well, I don't know if that's long enough. Let's get rid of that extra node anyway. So what I'll do is something like this, right, where we can stage a few trains so they don't get stopped too soon. But that way we can also signal all of this out if we need to. Which, yeah, we're definitely going to want to signal at least some of it. So we don't need this crisscross anymore, do we? That'll just mess things up. Yeah, it doesn't take, for some dogs anyway, it doesn't take them too much to go nuts, does it? I always like dogs and squirrels. Kind of cracks me up. Alright, so really, I'm going to get rid of a couple of these construction-y kind of things. So we probably should, you know, have a signal, oops. Have a signal here and here. Again, we're not going to have that many trains, so I don't want to spend too much time. Right? And then we would have a signal like that, just so that if anybody stops there, the other one can continue. Pull up behind them. See, these are all completely unnecessary nodes, which have become my enemy for some reason. Yeah, so I think I'm just going to put in, you know, a few... Oop, what are you doing, buddy? Oh, what, you can't get back? Do we have signaling further in here that's causing you... Oh, no, because you're on the wrong darn track, aren't you? Okay. Yeah. I need to get rid of... Well, you know what? We don't need to get rid of it. We just need to make it two-way. At least so he can get back. Alright, we'll just put... The other guy should be fine, because this guy didn't use the crisscross on his way back. So he's coming back down the wrong track, so to speak. Alright, did I put this one the right way? No, I put it the wrong way. That will cause a problem. Now, when we get down into here, we will do... See, this has to be two-way until he gets done. All right. That will need to be two-way until he's done. can go like that. Alright, and then so when we come up here, yeah, we definitely want to signal. Let's get rid of some of these extras. Alright, now just let another train approach. I don't want to be too close. Hopefully that might cause a problem. Alright, so what are we going to do here? We want to signal this so that we could have 2 trains sitting in there one day. So we're going to do chain in. Yeah, and these tend to be long trains. So for now, we're just going to do it like this. Oop, that should be chain. Alright, we can just get rid of... Really? You know what? We're going to just fix that. Oh, maybe we did. That went easier than I thought. Alright, is that... No, it's not really far enough away. Doesn't need to be that close, but... Alright, so before we even get a train, plus we got that other guy coming back anyhow. Yeah, nobody's going to be stopping here. But see all those extra nodes? I don't think they help your map too much. I definitely think the trains react to those nodes at times as far as their calculations go. Right, when you get all these extra little things in here, I don't think you need to sit here on YouTube doing this for 45 minutes, but yeah, you probably just want to get another one in just for the sake of keeping things moving just when we do have... That'll be fine. Right, I'm just right now going to worry about getting the oil train in and out. But also, if you did notice, for better or for worse, I did find a problem, right? Okay, now why... Oh, did I not let you back in here? Why are you question marking? Oh, really? I don't quite understand why whatever I did there. Yeah, let's get that guy back in. That'll be good. Yeah, I moved into one house off the rails where the neighbors... It didn't affect my house, but it was like the next door neighbors had this rose bush. It must have been like the greatest rose bush in the world, but it like had grown all up over the other neighbor's carport. This was down south. And it was Arkansas, as a matter of fact. I don't know if Steve's still here, but I was just renting the other house anyway, but it had grown all up into the neighbor's thing, and they were, I don't know. I mean, they were kind of friends, but they were still arguing about it because the one neighbor kind of wanted to cut the rose bush back, and the other one loved the rose bush, but it was almost like growing into the guy's windows. You can imagine like a carport that's only, it's like a 2-story house with like a carport off half the house. It's sort of growing up to like the bedroom or whatever rooms were right there. All right, this guy is messing up traffic every which way he can, isn't he? Okay, so now let's get this guy off this track so I can turn these signals, at least so that when we do go by, we could probably even buy it if he's not off the track. But that is a long drive, isn't it? Let's come up here and see. Now these things hold, like there's no sense in having a train that holds more than 900. Oh yeah, look at that. So we really don't have that much. We don't really have that much bitumen. How are we doing? Are we just... Is it because I bet you it's because we maxed out the fuel. So what I'm thinking we do is buy just one train for now. It'll have to be a diesel. I'm hoping they can go all the way up there with the fuel locations we have. You know what? We need to check that they all have power, right? That needs to become a bit more of a priority. Does anybody have a vote on what kind of train I should buy? I'm thinking kind of a faster train, just because it's got to go all the way up there. Like, this will be... I mean, they're really not that much difference in price, right? Now, what is this? Is the tons empty weight? I know in real life that would affect your pulling power. Like, in other words, this guy has a lot more pulling power and a lot more weight behind him. Is that a good or a bad thing? Engine power kilowatts. I thought I said diesel. Well, that's right. In America, we do horsepower. So you said that's confusing to an American that you would have kilowatts is always a power measurement. Yeah, but the only issue I have is my neighbor has a wild cherry tree it overhangs some of my bushes and cuts out a bit of their light, but it's sort of to the north of the bushes, so it's not the big deal, but it's just kind of an ugly tree for where it's at, but she likes it, the wife of the two. He doesn't care. Yeah, so do we go for faster, less powerful, or mega power? Let's go for this one because it's only 400,000. And then a cargo wagon. Yeah, oil tanker. Yeah, these get awful long. Let's get 4 tanks. Yeah, do we just go for 5? Yeah, let's just go for 5. When we buy the second one, if this one causes a problem, we'll go from there. Now, the thing I wanted to check before we actually start this guy is, do we have power to where he has to get fuel? So we're just gonna... Alright, because I don't know... I don't want him stopping without fuel. Alright, so you're gonna load for now just fuel and unload anything. Alright, and you will wait if you don't have any. Let's just shrink this guy up. Look, we're down to 8 million. Why are we down to 8 million? Oh, because I just bought a bunch of trains. Never mind. Sorry. Ignore me. Okay, so we do have an... Yeah, this doesn't have any power to it. Let's hit H. Yeah, I thought we had power lines. Nah, well, I was all excited about getting an export going. Yeah, okay, so here we go. It jumps onto the other side of the road here. Goes around there. Now it's over here. And here. Where is our fuel thing? Okay, so we need to... Yeah, that's going all the way down when we were going to build a construction office that we never did. So I don't know if you guys can see that. Probably really hard, but I'm holding H down so I can see these little white dots there. So let's go into electrical mode. All right, just delete that guy. switch in. Yeah, and you know what I'm going to do? That's going to cause a real problem. That problem being that that's going to be like a whole separate construction. So as painful as this is going to be, I don't know how else to... Can I just click on it and... Maybe I can just click on it and... Right? Yeah. Like, in other words, it's... See, it's already like multiple constructions, and they wouldn't be able to actually construct it because I've broken it up so many times. Yeah, thank goodness Off the Rails knew about the holding H thing down. See how that's all little constructions, and if it doesn't attach to the road, I'd have to purchase all of them. It's really hard to see, even with the dots. I have no idea where that guy came from now. Where the heck was that even attached? Over here? Yeah, maybe. Yep, because it ends right there. All right, let's try this again. How are these guys? Oh, yeah, they're getting their power from right there. This time, let's stay on this side of the tracks. Now that we know where the tracks are going. I don't think we did when we first... We're getting close. I can tell because I know that road was close by. Yeah. Alright, so then we'll have power there, and then we need to get a road up to it. Too steep. Okay. Hey, Mike. Welcome. Like, I will react, or Off the Rails, I will read your tree comment in a minute. I'm gonna have to push this up the hard way. There we go. Wasn't too bad, was it? Let's go a little extra long and do the tight U-turn thing, and then we can see. And this is going to be a problem for this one as well, because it's no longer attached on this end. Now, if it's attached on this end, then you're okay, which it does look like it is, but then you won't be able to construct it from this side, right? Because it'll be two separate. It's another reason I tend to leave all these white as long as possible. So let's get some constructing going. Not sure what the best way to even do this is. Yeah, I think yeah, we don't have anybody over here Did I have another guys I'm ignoring? Yeah. Let's send... what are we going to need? Where is it? Over this way more. But we ended the last one just like this, so we need steel and electrical components. Yeah, so we don't need... We just steel and electrical components, so we just need a... The crane won't hurt. The open halls. Or then we could use covered halls. But I don't think we have any covered halls. And then people. Right? We don't need the concrete guy. Yeah, I guess the excavator won't hurt. We could load him into this other flatbed. And then I guess we'll buy 2 more... Two more covered halls, right? Yeah, do we need... I don't think we even need dumpers, do we? Let's see. Oh, you know what? Were you... Yeah, no, we don't even need dumpers. So let's see how this goes. All right, so we're gonna send them over to here. We can just close each one, I guess. You're not a... did I not click on the... I didn't click on the... Or at least not this one. Where am I at? Alright, and then we'll buy... Well, I'm sure we'll use them someplace. 2 covered halls. And then are you fully assigned to get people from wherever you were getting it before, which hopefully is good enough that we can actually get this constructed? Yeah, where's... Alright, now what would this cost? Just out of curiosity. Not that much. Probably should just buy it, but now hopefully that goes the whole way, right? Yeah. I think so. Okay. Well, we're going to have to hold off on launching that guy, or do we take our chances? You know, if he gets all the way up there and he gets stuck, I guess we could send him back to the depot, right? Let's see how that goes. Be a bit of an experiment, because it would be nice to say that we got something exported. Let's take another little bit of a train ride while I read some of your comments. Like, there is no on time, but you are late. But it's okay. You can always catch up if you want with the it'll be available after the fact, right? Well, you can watch from the beginning now, I guess, if you really wanted. But you'll just be out of time with the rest of us, right? Now you have power and you're getting fuel. Good. So I was kind of hoping to see that. Because I'm kind of also curious, will he make it all the way up there and back without stopping for fuel? Because if he will, then it's really not that big an issue, and that one turns into being just like an extra kind of thing. Good. Now, why are we purchasing fuel here? That seems kind of silly, doesn't it? That's tar. Yeah, why don't we switch you since very shortly here we're going to be... Yeah, you know what? Unload and wait, and then you want to go from the domestic supply. No, we're going to do this. All right, load. All right, so you probably want to... That's right. I think I remember saying, well, I'm not going to buy all these trucks because we already have 10 tons of them. Okay, so what are you doing? Are you getting fuel? I hope. Are you able? No, you don't seem to be loading. Yeah, well, oh, buildings without power supply. Boy, that's really kind of a reoccurring theme here, isn't it? Really? Why you really that far? Did I know this? And I think I might have even known this. Well, I guess we'll put one right here. Right. And then we'll purchase that much of it for the sake of not cutting off other people's power. And then I think we can squeeze a line down through this way. Yeah, I guess I'd want it over this way a little bit more than not, but I don't know if I'm going to get a road. It's going to be kind of tough. Let's just put it... Will you attach? Yes. Good. That was something we could have checked a long time ago. Let's delete this. All right, and I think what I want to do now... All right, let's kill all of those. We'll reassign them in a second, but there's no way to change the priority. All right, and I can't see anything because I got too much going on. Where are we at? There we are. All right, there we go. So now, that should set them off to that one first, and then they can go work on these. Hopefully that doesn't cause too many problems. No. Yeah, I don't want to build that one anytime soon. Good. Okay, so that was the pain way you have to reorganize the priorities. All right, there we go. Missing dumper. Missing concrete mixer. Well, you know what? There you go. All right, so that'll delay us a few minutes, but at least we'll get some of the electronic components and such over there, right? So let's go see as we're starting to get onto the 5 o'clock hour my time. We'll see what else we have going on in the rest of the world. But that should at least, in theory, get this guy going. So maybe we'll hang out until we at least see some oil exported. And then the other thing I think I would do, some fuel exported anyway. Yeah, let's steal a couple of these guys. Let's say I want you to come here and then here. Nope. Right, so they'll come up to this diesel station and drop off fuel. And then in the beginning of the next one, or maybe even if we run out of other things to do, we can start straightening out some more of these trucks. Yeah, so he's already going to a gas station. We want one of them that's coming out of here. We have just a couple. So this guy is going to a diesel station. What's the chances of me picking one that wasn't? All right, and let's make sure I didn't pick the wrong one here. We have the cistern. So this one, we'll switch him to go from there to here. No, I messed that up. To here. We don't want them to load, we want them to unload and wait. Okay. All right, except for no, he already has fuel, so let's send him there immediately. Even though there's no power here, at least we'll stop purchasing. You probably could even kill the purchase as it is. All right, so how are we doing with are we right on top of it? Did we get our other vehicles in here yet? No. There we go. Dropping off some stuff. Good. Yeah, so the substation and all is why we needed the concrete. That's all right. So we should have everything we need at that point. Hey, Radomir, welcome. Well, good. I'm glad you had your cultural fulfillment. Did you get it from the radio or did you get it from the cinema? Yes, I was thinking of that when I was clicking on this one, I think. And even if we just brought it over here by truck, it would still make sense to maybe not have the trucks, then have a relay of trucks going from there to the other gas stations. Right? Like, in other words, just have a truck or two sit here. We're going to have, once we get this train going, we're going to have a lot of trucks. So just to give you an idea, we've taken a few off of this, but there's quite a few trucks with cisterns that we can deal with. Too many to even put in the places. Now, what do we got going on here? This doesn't look particularly good. Yeah, what are you holding up? Why are we... Yeah, I guess you just can't wait here, buddy. And... Yeah, those are our construction guys. So we also have this construction to do too, don't we? I don't want to get this guy too spread out because it will slow down constructing this. They're not real good at coordinating them when you give them too many jobs here. Like, they will start... They're just not that good at coordinating. Let's put it that way. You might even want to consider taking them off, building that other electrical line. But yeah, I noticed I put in a rail cargo here, but we'll just have that guy. We'll probably forget about him by next week, but yeah, our mechanical components guy here will have to run back and forth. That's okay. All right, so how are we doing over here? How's our poplars? Well, they are giving privacy to the people on the lower floors. It's scaring the heck out of them in a windstorm, too, I imagine. Okay, you know what? We're not working on... This guy's just set to do the roads, which I have no problems with, but let's get these people some sports. And then, just so you know, Radomir, we've been building... Got quite a few things laid out today. I don't think we got too much of it built. I played the whole 3 hours in normal speed, but that was... I guess I'm just used to normal speed. I have been doing it in 2 times. I have a feeling we'll do... Well, this is actually, I think, 3 times as fast here. Even though it looks like 2. But we'll get... You know, I think in the next episode, we'll get more of that done. I started out because we have a few people over here now, and I didn't want them to get unhappy. Like, they don't have any sports. And this is what I wanted to... I'd like to point this out to people. Let's see. Let's make sure we don't have any escapes before I go. Let's see. This year, yeah, we should be able to see. We had 13 escapes, and I'm not sure that they were even from over here, but if you look, they don't have any sports. All they have is a cinema. They don't have any hospital. They've been here for 3 hours, right? They don't have any alcohol. And this is about the number of people I brought over here. They have a long lifespan. You know, I don't think that they're going to be escaping from here in particular. And just so you know, like earlier, I had a problem because I didn't have any power over here. So that might have been the reason for those escapes. I'm not real sure. But the bottom line is that, you know, this is just a cinema. They didn't even have sports. You know, they got their basics. So when people get what I would say a little bit excited about, oh, you don't have any hospital, you need the... No, you don't need it. If you want to put it in, I think it's great. You just need is a strong word in some respects when it comes to what will keep people in a town, right? And the pollution is probably like the pollution and alcohol. Don't give them alcohol because they die way too young, and the pollution will drive them out faster than you can shake a stick at them. All right, so there we go. So we're getting chemicals, and then we sort of started with getting our plastics, and I think next week we could talk about the other things we would need to produce our own automobiles. But we got our oil field kind of all mostly laid out here, where we got another firehouse up here, but piping oil all the way over to our chemicals, piping oil up to our plastics. So we did some pretty good things. We got a train that's now going to be taking our corn. And it looks like we dropped off a bit there. How are we doing on corn? Probably pretty well, because he just got done over here. And we're now actually making our own fabrics. I don't want to ramp this up too much because I'm afraid of our electrical usage. We only have that one little power plant, right? Now we could import some more power, but at this point, it's not like we have 10 tons of people anyway. Like if we look here, we don't have any plus 21-year-olds. I think we were at like 7,500 or so when it started. And we're only up to 8,000 now. So we're going to need a good number of more people over here. So it's, yeah. Let's see. Did we import clothing or did we stop the import of clothing? We'll do this year. We're still importing some clothes, but look at that, it's way down. So we are having an impact on the clothing, and we should have trucks driving back and forth wasting fuel because we don't have a road cargo station next to this guy, but electronics we're still buying. Yeah, we're still buying too much food, aren't we? Yeah, so I think we need to talk about getting more people in here. Now, how are we doing on our... Yeah, they're not overwhelmingly there. These quite a few people waiting here. So maybe in the beginning of next episode, if we remember, we'll see. Now we also have like this train that comes and drops people off up here. So we'll have to see. Well, maybe we could do. We only have a few trains, right? So it's not like we have. It's not like we have that many of them. Yeah, that's working out pretty nice. Look at that. Look at smooth operator. Nice. So this guy's using this loop to head back over to the clothing area, and this guy is picking up people. See, he's not going to pick up anybody. He's just going to buzz through here, and then he'll turn around up here, and then he'll come back and pick people up, and then take them up to here. So now, do we have this guy assigned? Yeah, mostly to the steel mill, and then some to the mechanical components. So I think we're doing pretty well with the steel mill people, though. Are we? And I haven't turned off. Nah, we don't have that much steel, but we are building our patuters off with all the different stuff. So we might even have to slow down a little bit. I didn't really look at our economy much at all in this episode, but if we do domestic production, this is a good way to tell. Let's just do last month. So we had 1,400 stuffs that we, or dollar or rubles worth of stuff, and we used up in construction 600. So that's not too bad. How about this year? Nah, we are ahead for the year because this is almost 11 million, and we've only used. Yeah, we're close to even. But it's not like we're using way more in our constructions, so we'll have to see how that works out. Well, in theory, as far as the fabric surplus, if you make 5 fabric and you use this, right, we could use, basically 3/4 of what these two could make. But then I also wanted to make a little bit extra for our automotive. So yeah, I would want a little bit of extra so that it sort of naturally, if we can get a train in here to export the clothing, or even just bring it to like a depot maybe, where it's a little bit easier to drop off. I'm not sure how we would do that, but yeah, so we have a little bit of extra fabric, I would think, which is okay. We could, throttle back the number of people, but for now, look, we're not building up any extra, I don't think. Not much. We're using it. So I think we have a pretty nice balance, just running the one clothes and the one fabric seems to be going reasonably well. And the other thing is we're purchasing these chemicals, so I think it would be good to get the chemicals going. And again, I'm also worried about power in the sense that we only have that one power plant and people. So we're just struggling on a few fronts when it comes to ramping things up, but we're getting there. I like the way the trees look. The poplars make these buildings not look so incredibly goofy tall, right? I mean, they are, but it certainly gives them a little perspective or something, Like if you put them next to one of these other buildings, the poplars would look really goofy, but they kind of fit in some ways, I think, over here. Now, the only other problem with the poplars is that it might be hard to see our little tiny decorations down there. All right, so how are we doing on our construction over here? Where are we constructing? I forget. Over here, that's right. Okay, well, we're building. We need one work day. What? And we have no people? Nice. Now, did we get the other part done? No. No, that'll take a little bit longer. All right, so how is our trains construction, rail construction doing over here? Yeah, see, we might as well keep sending these guys up. Keep finishing my fancy schmancy in and out of here thing. So they can shift sides. They'll have to wait for each other. All right. So when they get up here, they won't be able to both go in, but at least they'll be able to get up here and then not crisscross. But I don't know if that's, we probably could have this constructed by the time we build this other electrical. Now, is this guy using fuel by any chance? No, good. All right, let's go fast forward a bit. Get this done. See, and this is where I think we become inefficient, is because they'll start, see, look, we're already working on this one over here, and that's not necessarily the one we wanted to work on. Yeah, we haven't even worked on this at all. Yeah, you know what, I think I'm even going to just for the sake of, we're after whatever time. I don't necessarily want to kill them while they have people in there. Let's wait until they run out of people, and then we'll... It's not like the supplies will go bad. We might as well just let them do as much work as they're going to do, because it's not... Well, are they going to send another bus here? No, they're just sending open hauls. What does this guy need? Yeah, so he's already starting to send a dumper. And it might be because we called them back, and then see, now they're done. Yeah, let's just cancel that one, and we'll just have them work on these two. And that should focus our efforts quite a bit more. Yeah, we will have rubber mobiles. Alright, so how are we doing? What are we doing? Not too much, huh? So why aren't you sending one of those buses out to... Oh, because you got done that other one. Okay, so good. We got the wires. So now we're just waiting on something. Asphalt. All right, well, since we're waiting on asphalt, why don't we go get lost and not know where I'm at? Let's see if these guys are still not incredibly busy. Sources without bricks. How do we do here? Yeah, look, we got the lumber in because they started using bricks someplace. Good. And so you're still really taking a long time with the farm. And we could probably get somebody working on... Oh, come on. It got quiet. Alright, and then we'll get you to help out with all of that. Uh-oh, I crashed. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get this back gracefully. Then we'll just calm down on clicking on so much stuff. I haven't really crashed like that. I don't know. Can you see it again? Let's see. Then I hit the wrong button. Let's see. Is it? Yep. I think I can see it. But then it's going to crash on you guys, and then... See how it goes. Yeah, I don't know what I did exactly there. Where are we at? Ah, we were just getting done canceling this guy. All right, so I guess we can go over there and... Yeah, let's shrink this guy back down. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what I did. I don't know if you guys ever crashed. That's a weird crash. Like, that hasn't happened to me much. And yeah, that's this one. All right, let's just not assign the same exact things, but I did want to get this power going over into here. All right. And this one. Then why don't we just send this guy off? What is he? He's kind of a road paving kind of extra dumper crew anyhow. Why don't we... Yeah, we'll send him to help here and here. Alright, you can help with that and that. Anything up this way? Oh yeah, we can get our other chemical factory going. There we go. That's enough for there. How about you? Yeah, you've pretty much got your hands full. Are you working? Yeah, you're working on the university mostly, so we'll leave him. Yeah, that asphalt plant not producing asphalt. We still got a jam up here, don't we? How are we doing over here? Can we... Let's go into the steel mill. I think this is the guy. Let's... Alright, so the next trip he takes, he'll come back and go to this one. Maybe they'll get a little more luck keeping our asphalt going. Yep, so the substation is becoming project and a half. Do we have everything we need? Yes. Now we got a excavator. We're moving right along, but then we have to go get this other stuff. But then that'll be it. And then we'll call it an episode or call it a live stream at that point. All right, so is there any other questions you guys had? Maybe we'll take a look. We'll leave that open. I'm going to leave it open here. Let's take a look at our population and our statistics for a few minutes. Yeah, so we seem... Oh, look, we got a plus 21. Uh-oh. Emergency. I bet you it's over here. Well... No, they shouldn't have a plus 21 here. Well, we could take a few people out just to... No, they definitely shouldn't because they have this whole thing. Well, let's take a couple people out of here. Where would the plus 21 be? We don't have that many towns. Over here? Yeah, it could be. Let's take... Yeah, look at that. Yeah, we don't want that. Let's take a few of these people and just relocate them to the other side of town. Right, because I think that's as much as any other place where I'd want to ramp up for the moment. And then let's take... I think they'll be reasonably happy over here. We don't really have a lot for them to do just this moment. This will be about population growth more than anything else. There, did we get rid of it? Yes. Boy, that was like the first plus 21 I think we've had. Well, I'm glad. Oh, did I close that construction office? That construction. All right, let's open that back up. So our people are moderately happy with culture and sports, and they're overall pretty happy. They've got a pretty good lifestyle. Do this year 5,000 births, 4,700 deaths, 13 escapes. I think that's some of our first escapes in the whole thing, so we've done pretty well up to that point. And that was really just my fault right in the very beginning. Which, what can you do? Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Sometimes you just make really bad mistakes. That wasn't the worst one I've ever made, so. Alright, so now, where are we at? Here. Okay, so we have all the resources we need. We just need to get a few people over here. It shouldn't be too bad, because they should just be coming from Nodton here. Alright, so let's take a look at our economy, because our money hasn't really been going up the whole time. I think some of it was that we bought. Yeah, let's just do this year. Yeah, I think it's just that we bought trains, right? Because we had plus 3.5 million minus 1.2 million. So a lot of bitumen and a lot of fuel. And some steel and some prefab panels. And we'll ramp that up, hopefully. Well, I don't think we're making enough clothing. If we go back. See you later, Radomir. Have a good night. And I will be done very shortly here. Just want to get this. I think we even got some people in there now. Right, can I grab that from behind there? Yep, we got 31 people. So any minute now, we should be pretty much wrapping up. I just want to see this guy take a load of fuel, at least out of the station anyway. Maybe we'll see his way most of the way up there. And then let's see. So anyway, what did we buy this year? Clothes, but if you look, it's not going up at this moment. Oh, it just started going up again. So we'll have to see about getting the clothes up. Look how far that dropped off. There we go. We got power. So is this guy getting fuel? Yep, there he goes. He's filling up rather quick. That's a lot of tons per second of fuel going into that train. And that's a good amount of fuel he holds too. So let's see, how are we doing? We should just be taking it, yep, right out of here. How's our bitumen? Yeah, I think we're going to play a little bit of micromanaging. Yep, there he goes. Cool. Let's take a train ride as we end today. How's that sound? Spin around so we can see. And I guess, oops. I clicked right through. I clicked on his close the eyeball thing. Right. Be kind of an exciting way. Let's turn it this way because I think, you know what, we're going to even do it slower paced because that's kind of crazy fast. Oh, you know what? That's right. We were in fast time speed, so I was wondering why he was filling up so fast. But there you go, 250,000. So when we come back next time, we could certainly consider. And you know what? While we're going by, can we click on? Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. I never did that before. But yeah, our economy's doing pretty well. We'll have to see. We'll take another look. You guys can always go and pause it if you wanted to see more details there. So let's see. Yeah, we still have 2 of these constructions going, which is liable to slow him down when he gets up there. So what do you think? Any last minute comments or concerns or things you think I should do in the beginning of next week, or, you know, let me know. Now, the other question I'm going to have for people probably during the week is Wednesday I'm going to get to play Transport Fever 2 and actually see if it's any good. Would you guys be interested in a live stream of that instead of this next week? And I ask for a couple reasons. One, you know, it's change of pace, but the attendance seems down, you know, like half to a third of the number of people. And it's not like I start out with a ton of them anyway. I mean, I appreciate you guys showing up, but if you have an opinion about doing Transport Fever, that would be fine with me. And if not, I'm planning on doing this at least until we, you know, finish up this map, which would be when we get the cars going and get some more things built, which I don't think would be next weekend, right? I think that it's going to be at least a couple more weekends. Now, you know what, let me take a look But the holidays could mess me up. Nah, Christmas and New Year's are right in the middle of the week, so they wouldn't really affect the live stream. I wasn't sure which day of the week they were on. Yes, Steve. Yeah, I thought we should celebrate this moment even worth a train ride, right? As a matter of fact, let's just... Now, I don't think we're actually going to get out of there, because I bet you we're going to be jammed up by those other guys. Let's make it look even prettier, right? That's pretty cool. It is a nice looking game, isn't it? In its own way. Like, it's not... You know, there are other games that are better looking, but, you know, they made some changes here. It was stuttering, and I mean... I'm sure there's a balancing act between making the greatest graphics and being able to... That's a little lumpy spot right there. And being able to, you know, have the game have as much going on. Look at those trucks. This one train's going to replace all those trucks going up and down the road. Oh, what happened there? He caught up to the construction crane, which is a lot slower. Probably end up putting... We don't need 10 tons of signals in here, but... I know in other train games it's good to ride the trains, just so you know. Put one here. Right. Yeah, that's pretty much close enough. Now, is there another one in here? No. Oh, yeah, there is. See, so we're going to get into a bit of a traffic jam here in a second until this guy comes back out. And I don't necessarily want to mess him up. Let's go jump back to our train ride. We might as well take it the rest of the way, right? So for the sake of getting that construction done up there, at least this guy's moving down the road, right? Or down the rails. And those other guys are still constructing that, so all the things are happening, but they will slow this guy down from his export until they get done, and then they'll head back down, and then they'll slow the guy down because they're like half his speed. This guy really doesn't seem to slow down much on the hills, does he? Look at that. That's a pretty steep hill. He's just going up it. Now his RPMs are going up, which probably means his fuel consumption's going up. But yeah, now did I leave enough room for this guy to fit? I think I did. Pretty close. Yep, perfect, actually. Yeah, so there's a traffic jam. I don't think I'm going to... It's a complete traffic jam. All exports are halted. But that's good. Like, we're getting in there. We're getting this constructed. Yeah, I don't know why he went by this... I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, so this loop around's done. That's good. So we have the ability just to come... If a train needs to go spinning around because they go to... You know, they want to go back for fuel or whatever, they can go do this loop around and then come in here. So there we go. So I think I'm going to call it quits there. I think you guys get the idea. This train will eventually... Well, we'll do this. Let's pause it. And I won't start time until we come back next time. Do my typical LS. Oops. Got caps lock on. 23. We've already done 23 of these. There we go. Oop, no, we're not going to quit. Just X. Well, there we go. So we'll come back and we'll actually have some oil exports in the beginning of next episode, and then we'll come over here and we'll talk about, you know, at some point we'll talk about designing where we're going to do our car manufacturing, and then we'll obviously keep plugging away at getting all this stuff built. Try to make some improvements where we can. Take a look at, you know, whatever else. I mean, I think people are going to be a certain part of the problem, so let me know what you guys think. Hey guys, well, thank you for watching. As always, I appreciate it. Like I said, there's a few less people this week, and I'm wondering if they were not all watching Transport Fever too. So we'll see. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good rest of your week, and I will let the video play for another minute just to make sure you guys can leave a last-minute comment or question, especially because there's a half a minute lag as it is. All right, thanks, guys. Have a good one. Take care. Bye.